So Safari Club International Flint chapter, or SCI Flint, we are hosting our first annual squirrel hunting competition. It's going to be based out of Fenton, Michigan. Doing registration in the morning, hunting all day, then coming in. Teams of 2, you can bag up to 10 between the 2 of you, so 5 per person, and then we're going to be weighing your 5 heaviest squirrels. But
I come in with 2 reds and a black and 2 grays. You're like, don't even bother.
Not going to cut it.
Yeah.
He brings chipmunks back.
I heard your judges suck anyways. Isn't it me and you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pull it off.
Won't play favorites.
So people come. It's Saturday the 20th. What's the time does everyone have to register by? Yeah.
Between 8 and 9.
So get there between 8 and 9.
You can get there before, and we're going to do a little backup so you can get on the road faster.
I was going to do a shotgun start no matter what. No, I'm just kidding. It's
As each vehicle pulls out.
That's in the middle of town.
I know.
What are you looking at, Brian?
The average weight of a squirrel is about 1.5 pounds, 1 to 2 pounds. So I was just curious.
So
to
if
see,
you get
like,
it's like
what would
bass
be a
fishing.
lot out of 5 squirrels?
They're pretty fat right now, though.
I got a squirrel story for you. Actually, I got a question.
Oh, no.
Can I tell my squirrel story at the beginning of it? Like when people are at the end?
It'll probably be the end.
I promise I can keep it
afternoon.
under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
If you can arrange, we can work on it too, getting a lie detector test set up there. Because everyone here thinks I'm full of shit. So if you want to hear Kyle's squirrel story again, then come to, what's the location?
Rolls Mechanical.
Rolls Mechanical. That's your family company?
Yep.
At between 8 and 9 a.m. on Saturday, January 20th. Come meet, hang out with us, check in, and then once the squirrel competition starts and I fire off a few rounds in the parking lot, everyone leaves there. They can go anywhere they want.
Yep.
I'm going to go to Squirrel Farm. And I just can't. Anyone can go anywhere they want and then hunt for the whole day.
Be back at 4 p.m. with your 5 best squirrels. We're going to weigh them. We've got an overall division, women's division, and a youth division. And we're also doing chunkiest squirrel. So the chunkiest of all the chunky squirrels is getting a special prize.
Closest, longest drive, closest to the pin.
Yeah. Yeah. They come back, they judge it, we do the judging, and what are some of the prizes? Because I know one of them.
Ooh.
I made the girl prize pretty cool, didn't I?
You made the girl prize awesome. So we've got a Savage 12 gauge.
Yep, it's a 560, semi-auto, 12 gauge, great gun, comes with the chokes.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good prize.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I'd be stoked.
That's an awesome prize.
I'm going to do my best.
Yeah, you could pull it off. How many squirrel hunts? I mean, how much dedication and time do you spend squirrel hunting every year?
This is going to be my first squirrel hunt.
Really? Have you ever
Yep.
eaten it?
I have not.
Man, it's pretty good. We went to a wild game dinner I spoke at, it was winter before last. And somebody there, it was like one of the church potluck ones where you're like, you either get the gems or you get like food poisoning. And this one was great. And the people there were freaking out. Like this guy walked in and everyone started clapping because he came. Like, so it was a big deal. I'm like, what did he bring? And they're like, squirrel. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll grab a piece. Dude, he had the perfect batter going when he fried those puppies that it was as good as those alligator legs we had in Texas.
That's a big claim.
It's a big claim.
I know you weren't there, so just incredible.
Where, if you don't mind me asking,
Where are you hunting? Give
Yeah.
me coordinates. We'll get on XL.
Yeah, like, are you guys like doing public land or do you have a piece of land?
I'm going to start hunting private on land that I have. And then I've got 3 or 4 public land areas.
Nice.
But I'm going to start there. My property backs up to they're starting to get it plowed, but it's a big cornfield. So
Nice.
I'm like, I could get some chunky fellas out there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the cornfields are everything. Where I saw the massive squirrel, my story that I'll tell, that is, it was in the Thumb, and it was like those strips of, 4 acres of woods that border farm fields that have a ditch with water going through them, and it just breeds fat squirrels. And we shot a couple there that we harvested that were huge.
I mean, if you're playing to win, you're looking for 5 fox squirrels.
Yeah, don't shoot blacks or grays. Yeah, that's kind of what you need. So this is your first time squirrel hunting?
Yeah.
You ever use a squirrel call then?
I have not.
Do you know the value?
No. Educate me, please.
So a squirrel call, it's like, it doesn't really sound like that, but it's close. A squirrel call, you make that sound and you blow into it, and it's like aggressive enough that you're like, what the hell is that? It kind of reminds me of the same ones you use for raccoon hunting. And then the squirrels, they'll hear it, and it sounds like a squirrel beating up on something or freaking out, and they'll come out and look. And then that's when you get them.
All right.
Yeah, so squirrel calls. Check your local Bass Pro or Cabela's for a squirrel call.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm going to order one. I don't know where mine is.
You have a week to do it.
I really hope we get a random, warm, clear day, though. That'd change everything. We know this from deer hunting. You sit in the same blind. One day you see 50 squirrels. Next day you see 0. It's because of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But that squirrel call can draw them out, and they'll come out and look. So when you're hunting your property, especially the first time, they've never had a call blown to them ever. Be really cool.
You know, getting out there and trying, you got all day to give it a whirl. And, you know, even if you do end up bagging, you know, one of the black squirrels or a gray or even a red, you know, some of the
Still
teams
eat
might
it.
not have lucky. I did a women's fly fishing tournament, and we're catching kind of like smaller fish, but a lot of people just were not having luck. It was such a warm day. So at that point, it was like a quantity over quality type thing.
Yeah.
And we didn't do too bad, which was cool, but it was like the whole time you're just like, oh, I'm not going to compete. And then lo and behold, no one was doing well.
I won. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. As far as what gun you're using, are you going shotgun or are you going rifle?
I think I'm going to do shotgun.
I'm actually going to be running the gun that we're donating. So that's because it's supposed to come in. I'm going to use that in the vlog. We're going to be filming this for our vlog series. We'll go out, do the squirrel hunt, participate, do the weigh-ins, use the gun, donate the gun, all that sort of thing. So it should be pretty darn cool. Be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm excited too because I'm actually going to have a table where we're going to show people how to process the squirrels. And then I've been asking some people for tried and true squirrel recipes. I'm going to send home some recipe cards just so it's more like I'm not trying to do a squirrel, you know, killing tournament. I want to do a concert with conservation in mind where it's, you know, field to table.